Last page, we got number 16. We're going to divide y squared minus 6y plus 11 by y minus 2. So long division. Put the y minus 2 on the outside. Inside we've got y squared minus 6y plus 11. Alright, so what you want to do when you're dividing is you look at that term, or that term there, and that term there again. So the y squared and the y. And basically I'm asking, what is y squared divided by y? And the answer is, well, it's y. Okay, so we're going to multiply this by y. Alright, y times y is y squared. Y times the minus 2 is minus 2y. Here we have to be careful because of the sign, so I have a minus 6 minus a negative 2y, so that's going to actually give me a minus 4y. That's like minus 6 plus 2. So before y, or minus 4y, sorry, we'll bring down the 11, and now do the same thing. What's negative 4y divided by y? And the answer is negative 4. So we're going to have a minus 4 here, and we're going to multiply. So we'll get a negative 4y here. Negative 4 times y is negative 4y. Negative 4 times some negative 2 is going to be a positive 8. Okay, so here we have 11 minus 8, and that's going to give us 3. So our remainder is going to be 3 over the divisor. So what we'll end up with is plus 3 over y minus 2, and there's our answer right there. Y minus 4 plus 3 divided by y minus 2. Alright, 17. Use FOIL to fill in the blanks when multiplying this, well, 3x plus 5 by 2x minus 1. Okay, so 3x times 2x, that's the first, right? That's the f. That's going to give us 6x squared. There we go. Okay, now O means we're going to do the outer, so that's going to be 3x times a minus 1 or a minus 3x. There we go. Inner is going to be the 5 times the 2x or just 10x. And then the last will be 5 times negative 1, and that's going to give us a minus 5. And that's all you have to do for 17. Pretty easy problem. Okay, which of the following terms could be combined with 2x squared y? List all correct answers. So let's just go down the line. 2xy, nope, because it has to have the same variable with the same exponent. So that one is out. What about this one? Well, you could actually simplify that, right? And if you did simplify it, what you would end up with is minus 2x squared y. And that's a like term. It's the same variables, and the x have the same exponent. So B is going to be one of the correct answers there. All right, let's see if we got anything else. C, 2yx squared. Well, the order is different, but they have the same variables with the same exponents. The y in both cases is y to the 1 power, or just y. And the x's in both cases are x squared. So C is going to work as well. All right, so C is good. What about D? Nope, because we have an xy squared, so that doesn't count. But then E, 5x squared y, yep, x squared y. So yeah, that one's going to work as well, E. Got 3 answers for 18. BCE, before Common Era. Okay. 19. What is the highest possible degree of the remainder when a polynomial with degree 9 is divided by a polynomial with degree 4? So here, if I'm not mistaken, we don't even really need to know this part of it, because the remainder, the highest possible remainder is always going to be 1 less than the degree of the divisor. So in this case, if we're dividing by a polynomial with degree 4, the highest possible degree for the remainder is going to be 3. So the answer to that is C. All right, last problem. What is a height of a box when the width is x plus 1, the length is x plus 3, and the volume is x cubed plus 6x squared plus 11x plus 6? Well, here, if you've got a box, the volume of a box is equal to length times width times height. Okay, and what we want to know is height. We know the volume. The volume is this thing right here. The volume is going to be the x to the third plus 6x squared plus 11x plus 6. And we know that the width is x plus 1. The length is x plus 3. So to find the height, what do I need to do? Well, I just need to divide this expression by that expression. Divide both sides by x plus 1 times x plus 3. Okay, we divide both sides by these binomials. So here they undo each other. Now we just got h, which is what we want to know what h equals. All right, we still have some work left to do. So we're going to divide this, but we need to FOIL the bottom part first. If I've got x plus 1 times x plus 3, and I FOIL that, what would I get? Well, let me rewrite it down here to hopefully make it less confusing. I don't know. X times x is x squared. Then I'm going to have 3x plus a 1x, so that's 4x. I'm kind of going fast here. I hope that's okay. Then plus 3. So that's step one. I needed to FOIL that to see what that is going to end up being, that expression is going to end up being. And now I'm going to divide this by that. So let me go over here so I can get some more space here. So I got my x squared plus 4x plus 3 divided into this long expression here, x cubed plus 6x squared plus 11x plus 6. We don't need any placeholders because we've got everything represented there. We've got our x cubed, x squared, x, and 6. We're doing good. Okay, now we're going to do the same thing we did with this problem up here, except this is a little bit more complicated problem, I guess. But still, I look at x cubed and I ask, okay, what's x cubed divided by x squared? And the answer is just x, right? So I put an x right here where the x's are. I made sure the x's are lined up with the x's. And now I'm going to multiply and then subtract. So x times x squared gives me my x cubed. X times 4x is going to give me a 4x squared. And then x times 3 is going to give me a 3x. So I subtract 6x squared minus 4x squared. That's going to give me a 2x squared. And then I'm going to have 11x minus 3x, so that'll give me an 8x. And then I'll have plus 6. Okay, so now we do the same thing again. What is 2x squared divided by x squared? And the answer is 2, right? It's just 2. So we're going to add the 2 here. And now we will multiply and subtract again. So 2 times x squared is 2x squared. 2 times 4x, that's going to give me an 8x. It's going to be nice because those 8x's will undo each other. 2 times 3 is 6, and look at that. We are going to have no remainder for this problem. So as it turns out, the height of this box is just going to be x plus 2.